What up, YouTube? Welcome back, man. Welcome back to the channel. Sorry for the delay. Got super busy with work and also totally grinded out the Ravens book. Really solid ebook, man. Just finished it yesterday. It's 50 plays. But in the last patch, or at least a couple patches ago, they completely revamped the Ravens book, and the pistol formations are crazy, man. There's at least like 10 to 15 different pistol formations in that playbook. Some good shotgun plays in there as well, so it's not limited to just mobile quarterback. And I didn't base the scheme around a guy like Lamar Jackson. In all the videos on Patreon, I actually showed them all with Baker Mayfield, and they all work efficiently. Get the full write-up with that, as well as the other 5 ebooks that are on there, 4 or 5 ebooks that are on there, all for the price of one for $5.99. And even if you cancel the next month, you still get to keep those Google Docs forever. So you'll lose access to the video parts of them, but you'll still have the write-ups, which are clutch. And that's what a lot of people say they're using in game anyway. Today's video, West Coast Playbook Part 3 here. It's this tight slots formation, and you get a nice little package here, the strong slots package. And I showed a lot of gameplay in the beginning of this video, so you can see it working in game. But let's dive into the first play here, tight slots. And this package at the bottom here is called strong slots. That puts your wide receivers on the inside, so you get actually 3 wide receiver set. There's just 1 tight end left, and he'll go wide once you put the strong slots package on there. And then something I do like to do, because of the specific play I run, I switch my best receiver to the second spot on your depth chart, because when you get into these packages, you can't sub from the play calling screen, so you actually have to go into the depth chart. And the only way to get Beckham at this wheel route is to switch him in the depth chart. So let's dive into the FL switch play first. All right, boys, first play, FL switch, real easy setups here. Hitch, circle. We're gonna block the running back, slide, protect right. And there's 2 things you can do with triangle. The best setup is in route them and then smart route them. And you can't really tell because triangle's icon there is blocking it, but squares route's not a normal post route, it's a double move post route, and that comes into play very nicely. The very first clip in the beginning of this video was the 3rd and 19, where that route was absolutely money with a little low pass. Maybe you already know, maybe you don't, but a good way to roll out efficiently and to really make sure your running back gets you a good block, ID the inside guy and double team the outside guy. So that's something I saw going around. It does work pretty efficiently. And then I started messing around with that with different run plays, and I found a good way to run the inside zone against the Dime 146 meta, which is clutch because I haven't been able to do that all year. The Dime 146, that blitz with that meta setup, absolutely blows up the inside zone. It forces you to pass out of the 2 wide receiver set. But on my Patreon, I found a great way to really run efficiently against that blitz. Also just finished that Ravens playbook, so come check it out. But this is the setup. See how the running back went out there and got a great chop block. X was wide open early, but I was watching the blocking. Crazy how good that works. A lot of pros are using that. So mix that in. I'll just run it like 1 or 2 more times. We'll go on the next play. Block the running back, slide, protect right, so you can roll a little bit. In route triangle, smart route them, and then hitch route circle. Your progressions here are really going to be circle quick if you're feeling pressure. Then watch X. You'll be able to tell pretty quickly if he's going to get open. If not, take triangle. Nice thing, that wheel route really takes the attention of the user, especially when you beat him with it once. He'll start trying to user that side. You have triangle coming late on the delayed dig route. The last thing to get open will be square, but that'll be a big gainer if you have that much time. So just do your little rollout protection, slide protect right as well, and this is your setup. Circle, watch how, see how X just breaks the zone, man. Either a really nice pocket just like that, you kind of lead pass it outside on his right shoulder, or if it's like man defense or cover 2, they'll come down and just get smoked on the up on his out and up. Hitch route circle, in route triangle, smart route it, block your running back. 9 times out of 10, if that wheel route's covered, triangle will get open on the delayed dig. If triangle's not open, if he ends up coming back on the user, you can hit the hitch still. You can playmaker the hitch, which is really nice, or you can low pass it to square. Let's just see if I could show square's route here once. So the in route comes in, pulls that zone down, and he got bumped there, but he gets such good leverage after that double move. You can just low pass it even when he's covered and make that catch. Let's just show that triangle route, or that square route, one more time. Step up in the pocket if you need to, right here, low pass it. You got him coming across. I got hit, so that wasn't the greatest pass, but you see how money that route is because I still completed it. Alright boys, so this is the last play that's I'm going to try to get through these next 4 or 5 plays in this video a lot quicker. I just had to explain everything in that first one, but the first play and this second one are going to be the only 2 passing plays that we do want to use the strong slots. The other passing plays work better when you go back to the normal package just because where the routes are and how it works out. Next play is going to be this PAX clown play, and what we're going to do here is actually slant Beckham, block your running back, motion Beckham to the left. Now if you snap it just inside of Landry there, you are able to motion snap it and he still goes on his route. And what's crazy is that's the max protect look, because basically triangle is going to stay in until you release him manually. If you don't need the max protect, you know, get a feel for what your opponent's doing. If he's not really all out blitzing you a whole lot, look how wide open X gets when you motion him on that slant. And I put the normal package here because I put the rest of the plays I'm going to give you in the audible so we can roll through them. So now I have a tight end at X's position, but these 2 first plays you definitely want to stay in the strong slots. The rest of the pass plays you can switch back to the normal package. But what else you can do is fade triangle if you don't need the max protect, still slant X, still block your running back, still do this motion. Remember, you got to snap it just inside that other tight end. First read is always going to be the slant, then circle, and then this double move. Look how wide open. Oh, I low passed it, but if I would have bulleted that, I could have racked that and taken it to the house. And that was with triangle still blocking, but it gets even better if you streak triangle. And I actually have a third setup that's really good as well that's worth mentioning, but let's just show this one more time. Block the running back, slant X, streak triangle this time. He's going to clear out that safety. Make sure you motion snap it. Watch your protection. Right here, circle's the safer bet. But you make that read. There's usually only one safety over there. He's really not typically going to be user in that part of the field, that deep left. So you can just make a play off of each other between circle and square. But if you're feeling pressure, take that slant. If you have the time, just make your read between square and circle. Right here, you can low pass it all day. Square just gets to such a nice wide open part of the field against almost every zone because of the double move, because all the other route combos, and then circle is going to beat most zones as well. Show you the streak route one more time. Plant X, block the running back. Come over here, take X if you got it. Watch circle too. Circle's an absolute money route, but there's the double move on the breaker. I was falling backwards because of the pressure, but I got it. I still got the completion. That's how money that route is. So let's move on to the next play. It's going to be the PA wide receiver seam. I like to leave Higgins on the check and release. We're going to wheel the running back this time. Out route and smart route circle and streak X. So here's your setup. Progressions are pretty easy, boys. Just check R1. If he's sending all out blitz, you can dump it quick to R1. Second progression, circle. Third progression is maybe quick hitter in the seams to X, and then your money route's going to be square. So just check R1 first, step up through if you need to. Square's getting wide open for the big hitter. All right, boys, here it is one more time. Just get through your progressions. Circle's route's really money too, just because of all the other routes and the unique formation you're in. He gets wide open on this smart routed out route. Absolute money route. Make your reads. Next play is going to be the wide receiver corner play. We're just going to do a simple flood route with the same motion we've been doing. Block the running back, streak triangle, flat route X, motion X to the left. And you're going to motion snap it right in the same spot. Gives you really good. Actually, X's route is pretty money because when you're in motion like that in the flat route, he never stops running. That was actually in my Oakland playbook as well. But wide receiver corner, streak triangle, flat route X. Make sure you block your running back. Motion X to the left. Simple flood concept. Going to beat most zones. Going to take the attention of most users. If he's in a man defense, you can always hit circle to the right side of the field as well. Love the double corner routes. So that's that play. The next play out of this formation is going to be the bench swap. Something to mix in because we've been blocking the running back in every other pass play. So we're going to send him out this play. Definitely get him in coverage before you run this one. But the only adjustment is streaking X. And then we're going to take this triangles route that's already on an out route, motion him to the right, and that turns into an in route, obviously. And I just love the way the table route to the running back, the corner route from the receiver on the right side already, and then the in route coming back from the right side after you motion them, all kind of play together. They play together really nice. They mess with the zones. The user's not going to be able to cover them all. And they're just attacking different parts of the field that we haven't attacked yet in this scheme. So bench swap, streak X, motion triangle to the right. Snap the ball, make your progressions, R1, triangle, circle. And then you always have, if he's really user and bagging the right side of the field, or if he's like man pressing you, you got your #1 receiver on the right side, you know, to beat pretty much any coverage in the game. When you got a receiver like that on that corner route, if he's not over there really using it, it's going to be hard for him to cover. All right, boys, next we're going to run the halfback sweep. You start getting them in pass defense, definitely mix in this run. I like to ID the inside guy, double team the outside guy, just like the rollout protection. I feel like it helps seal the edge. We're going to do the same motion so it looks like our pass plays. And you're going to want to get this just on the right side of that first receiver, and he really shoots outside. Obviously, Bud Dupree got a pretty instant shed there, but this will work better in game than it does in practice mode per usual. But let me just show you this a couple times to show you how good the blocking really can be. Tripped on my own lineman, but you get some big holes. So that's one run. And then another thing you do is the halfback draw. I like to ID one of the linebackers on this play. Double team the opposite side defensive tackle, and we're going to snap this one inside just like this, and you get some big gaps. So you want to snap it to the running back side, actually, because it gets pretty glitchy. He shoots right up the hole. Try it one more time. Definitely want to just snap it pretty quick. You can snap it right behind the right tackle and either shoot up the gap if there is one, or you have an opportunity to bounce to the left a lot of times. So two really good runs when you mix in with these motions. Not even the best part about this scheme, boys. So that's all the plays out of this formation. You can actually audible 2 single back and pistol, and one if you're in your strong wide receiver or your slot wide receiver set in this formation, if you audible to the single back, now you have a tight end or a wide receiver, really fast wide receiver, where the tight end should be. And especially with a play like this, it gets really glitchy. So this will be our first play in single back. It's going to be the double China. We're going to streak R1, out route, circle, block the running back. You have a great post route from the left, and then we're going to motion circle into the left, motion snap it right by R1. And this X route shreds when you it just really messes with the defensive AI as far as the zone assignments. When you have a tight end coming out of this position, it's pretty deadly, boys. And it is getting late, but I wanted to get you guys excited about what you can do, not only with the crazy formations and route combinations out of the formation I gave you, but now we're going to be able to audible into single back and have a pretty glitchy thing as far as wide receiver at the tight end position. And there's some really good combos out of these single back formations out of the West Coast playbook. And this play in particular, I didn't even mention squares route, one of the best routes in the game. Combined with all the combinations of routes on the right, something's always going to get open. You can always low pass this, especially if you have a guy like Beckham. Alright, boys, that wraps up part 3. You should have well over 20 plays now in this West Coast ebook. I really appreciate you watching, but most importantly, I hope it really does help your Madden game. Drop me a like if it has so far. Subscribe, share it with your buddies. Come check me out on Patreon. Follow me on Twitter, the Madden Doctor. Comment below with any questions, and enjoy the rest of your Madden season.